Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. It is August 31st, the last day of the penultimate month in the regular season in year three of the FSBL. The New York Yankees visit the Cincinnati Reds live from Crosley Field on a beautiful afternoon in Cincinnati. The Reds have gotten themselves back into the wild card hunt. While the Yankees try to hold off the Red Sox, they have flipped first place back and forth over the last 6 weeks multiple times. On the mound for the Reds here, Johnny Cueto, 8 and 7, a 3.38 earned run average on the season, 1.15 whip. He doesn't walk many. You can get to him with hits occasionally, but Cueto, a very solid pitcher, having a decent year. He will face Carl Crawford, who leads the things off for the Yanks, 277. 9 homers, 37 RBIs. The Yankees acquiring Crawford before year three in a trade with the Rays. Crawford squares the bunt. He drops one foul. It's touched up for strike one. And we are underway here at Crosley Field. 5 weeks left in the regular season. Fastball. This is up high. That's a borderline pitch. There you see the Reds. They're pretty much out of it in the Central, but they're back within 2.5 games of the wild card. Trying to chase down the Dodgers. They do have the Cardinals and the Mets to contend with as well for that second wild card spot. Crawford dunks one out in the shallow center. It's a long run, but it is tracked down. The Reds have George Foster playing center field. I got to check that out. Although he's got Rose out there with him and Jay Bruce. Not an ideal defensive lineup for the Reds. Fastball misses down low. That one's pulled foul. Count goes to 1-1 as Cueto works to Jeter. Jeter batting .318. And Jeter, the batting champion in year two, and he lines this one towards that gap in right center. That's going all the way to the wall. Jeter can run well. Foster can't handle it on the track. Jeter's going to round second and pull into third with a one-out triple here in the top of the first. Third triple of the year for Jeter. Foster got a little bit of a break on that. Jeter was going to get a double out of that anyway. And now here's the red-hot Lou Gehrig. Gehrig up to .322. He also leads the American League in home runs, and he smashes a base hit into right. Jeter will come in to score. It's an RBI single for Lou Gehrig. And 3 batters in, the Yankees have a 1-0 lead. Number 99. 113.8 off the bat. 5.76 launch angle. Don't get too caught up in that stuff, but that is an absolute bullet off the bat of Lou Gehrig. Here's Aaron Judge. He takes a first pitch fastball down low. Judge rides a modest 8-game hitting streak. 287, 26 homers, 76 RBIs. Cueto will try to limit the damage to 1. Ball there. Judge fouls it off. Judge 1 homer away from joining the 100-homer club. High fastball there. They say Judge went. And the count goes to 1-2. Cueto gets the sign from Ernie Lombardi. Goes away with the cutter. Judge flails weakly at it for the strikeout, 2 away here in the top of the first. That'll bring up Bernie Williams. Williams batting .279. Cueto checking Gehrig at first. He doesn't figure to be going anywhere. Bernie Williams slashes this one the other way. That's going to be extra bases. Gehrig not fast. Rose plays it off the wall. Gehrig pulls into third. They're going to wave him. Concepcion gets caught off guard, and Gehrig slides in behind Lombardi. I don't think anybody thought Gehrig was going to go there. It almost looked like he had pulled up approaching third. But he ends up coming around. Concepcion double clutches on the relay. And Gehrig gets in behind Lombardi. We'll check out the replay here. Running on full speed at the start. There you see Rose going out to the wall. Now check in as Gehrig pulls into third. Okay, he didn't really pull up. That was just... So Concepcion gets the ball there as Gehrig gets to third. But Concepcion starts running it in. He didn't even realize that Gehrig was going. Gets behind the tag of Lombardi for the run, and the Yankees steal one there. They have a 2-0 lead. Here's Joe Gordon. Change up at the knees for strike one. Gordon has a 13-game hitting streak going, .314, 24 homers, 77 RBIs. Fine rookie season for Gordon. He and Josh Gibson figure to be in a dogfight for the Rookie of the Year. Gordon pops this one up. Lombardi reels it in for the third out. But the Yankees strike for two here in the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom half. New York 2, Cincinnati coming up. On the mound for the Yankees, Whitey Ford. Ford's been very good. He actually has not gotten a ton of run support. 11-9 despite a 3.1 earned run average, whip at 1.11. He will face Pete Rose. Rose, a 10-game hitting streak. A little bit of a down year for Rose so far. He's only batting .279. They're batting over .300 each of the first 2 years. First pitch misses. Ford deals again. Change up there at the knees for a called strike. One offering. Rose yanks one foul. Sinker misses down and in. It's 2-2. Rose smacks one to the right side. Gehrig ranges. Ford goes to cover, and Rose is set aside for the first out here in the bottom of the first.
Number 75.
Reds lineup: Rose, Groh, and Foster. McCormick, Lombardi, and Casey. Concepcion, Bruce, and Johnny Temple round things off for the Reds. Here's Heine Groh. Groh batting .289. Don't get a lot of players named Heine anymore. That's probably a good thing. Ford delivers. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. .289, 21 homers, 53 RBIs for Groh. Those 29 homers are career best for the Reds' third baseman. Fastball from Ford. Hits the spot. He's ahead 0-2. Fastball there, misses outside. Reds have won 7 of 10, 11 of 16 to get themselves back into the hunt for the wild card spot. Nobody's been able to lock down that second spot. It figures whoever wins the National League East between the Braves and the Phillies, whoever falls short of the division title will get the first wild card spot. That one's looped out in the center, but Kearney gets a good jump on it, puts it away for the second out. That second wild card spot, the Dodgers currently have it. The Cardinals in pursuit, followed by the Mets and Reds. Here's George Foster, .274, 26 homers, 78 runs batted in. Reds lineup trying to get something going, so they're compensating a little bit on defense by having Foster patrolling center. Not ideal, but they haven't gotten a great amount of offense out of their center field squad. Bob Bescher has been out there, and I'm trying to remember who else would have been out there. Has not gone well for the Reds, so Foster's been inserted there. for the time being. Fouls that one off. The count is 1-2. Ford delivers. And Foster goes reaching, swing and a miss. And the side is retired. So Ford gets through it. We'll head to the top of the second here at Crosley Field. 2-0 Yankees as our good friend Big Clue joins us. Yeah, those old classic red unis. Just nice and simple. Very, very cool. Yankees, of course, rocking the old 1919 model. Here's Jorge Posada, 286, 12 homers, 47 RBIs for Jorge. Cueto will try to bounce back after a rough first inning, although not entirely of his doing. That second run shouldn't have scored. Bernie pulls one through the hole. It's a lead. I'm sorry, Posada pulls it through the hole. It's a leadoff base hit here in the top of the second. So that'll bring up Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell batting .249. Slider from Cueto in for a called strike. 16 homers, 47 RBIs for Mitchell. Your Reds are in it, Clue. 2.5 games out of a wild card spot. Fastball misses up high. Joe McDonald has home plate duties. As though that means anything to anybody. 1-1 the count. Cueto gets the sign from Lombard. And delivers. Slider misses outside. It's 2-1. Cueto deliberately takes his time to the set. That one's in there, and the count goes to 2-2. Cueto fires again. Mitchell, ground ball through the hole on the right side. It's a base hit. Bernie will pull it. I'm going to keep on saying Bernie, and I don't know why. I apologize for that. That's Posada pulling into second.
The third baseman, number 12.
Right through the hole. Johnny Temple sliding over towards the middle. Playing Mitchell a little bit to pull. Now here's Gil McDougal. McDougal is batting .253. Takes a first pitch strike. 14 homers, 47 RBIs. Cueto from the set. Checks the runner. It's not as though Posada's going in. Fastball misses down low. It's 1-1. Yankees took the first game of this 3-game set, 6-2, jumping all over Ken Raffensperger in the first. That 4-run first inning was all Ron Guidry needed. The Yankees cruised to a 6-2 victory. Cueto fighting it a little bit early on here. 2-1 pitch. McDougal, ground ball to short. This could be two. Concepcion can't field it cleanly. Goes to second for one. On to first. They're not going to get McDougal. And that was a routine double play ball. And Dave Concepcion is having a rough go here early on in this one. There won't be an error on that play because you can't assume the double play. He knows it should have been two. In the first, that allowed Gehrig to come around and score. So the normally very sure-handed Dave Concepcion having an uncharacteristic poor defensive start to this one. 1-0 the count here to Carl Crawford. He flew out his first time up. Again, Crawford, acquired by the Yankees in the offseason here before year 3, in a trade with the Rays, sent reliever Johnny Murphy and second baseman Willie Randolph to Tampa. Crawford, 36 steals, speed, the one thing the Yankees were missing. The acquisition of Crawford has rectified that somewhat. Fly ball to right. That's hit pretty well. Bruce is going back on it, shy of the track. Puts it away. Posada's going to tag up. There won't be a play at the plate, and the Yankees extend their lead to 3-0 here in the top of the second. So Posada comes around to score on the sacrifice fly. 2 down here in the second. Here's Derek Jeter. Jeter tripled and scored his first time up. Our good friend Todd B joins us. How are you, Todd? Nice shades, Carl. Yeah, he's stylish. Styling it. Throw over to first. McDougal dives back in safely. Cueto delivers, and Jeter yanks this one hard to left. That's going way back. Rose goes back. It's a one-hopper off the wall. McDougal runs fairly well. He'll come around third. Here's the relay home from Concepcion. It's not in time. It's an RBI double for Derek Jeter. And the Yankees, once again, putting it to the Reds early. It is 4-0 New York. Jeter tripled his first time up and now has a double here in his second at bat. Jeter's fallen a bit out of the batting race, but not entirely. He's still got some time left. And now here's Lou Gehrig. Gehrig 5 for 5 now in the series. At an RBI single his first time up. Gehrig has gotten red hot, and I think Gehrig is probably the front runner for American League MVP at this point. Leads the league in homers. Believe he leads the league in RBIs as well. And has now gotten himself into the top 5 in batting. He pops this one up, though. Tiny Grill underneath it, puts it away. And the side is retired. But the Yankees tack on 2 more. Rough start here for the Reds before the home crowd at Crosley. We head to the bottom of the second. It's 4-0 New York. Here's Frank McCormick, 276, 23 homers, 74 RBIs. McCormick will step in to face Whitey Ford to open up the bottom of the second. Yeah, Todd, I'll tell you, man, the show does such a great job, especially with the old school parks. They really, really nailed it. Again, this is 22, so I'm 2 years behind what the newest version is. I can only imagine they've made them look even better since. Ground ball there, down to McDougal, throws him out for the first out. But Crosley looks great. Scheib looks terrific.
Batting fifth, the catcher.
You know, I mean, even it's an indoor place, but even like the Metrodome, they nailed the Metrodome really well. But really, these old school outdoor parks, they do just a masterful job. I know they did some of the Negro League parks in the latest version of the show, and everything I've heard about those is really good too. Here's Ernie Lombardi. Lombardi has had a fine season, batting .306. Ford misses down low. It's 2-0. That one's on the outside corner. The Ford we mentioned, despite the very solid 3.1 ERA, he's only 11-9. As good as this Yankees lineup has been, Ford has not gotten a ton of support. He's also had the Yankees bullpen blow a few away. Lombardi gets banned there. Second strikeout for Ford. They say that he went 2 down. Here's Sean Casey. That's a good question, Todd. I'm not sure if they did, is it Rickford? I think it is. I actually don't know that, but that'd be cool if they did. Here's Casey, 301, 8 homers, 19 RBIs. I think they probably would have, because that's the place where they play the Negro League game every year. But I could very well be mistaken. 1-1 pitch from Ford to Casey. Casey, left-handed hitter, but Casey reverse splits, actually hits lefties better than right. Big Blue has been trying to get that Sean Casey haircut for quite a while. I don't know if he's nailed it yet. 2-2 the count as Ford works to Casey. Fastball misses up high. Count goes full. Dave Concepcion waits in the on-deck circle. Ford delivers. Casey flies it to left. Kevin Mitchell getting a rare start out in the field. Puts it away. And the side is retired. So we're 3-2 here in Cincinnati. Ford cruising to this point. Cueto, not so much. Here's Aaron Judge to open up the top of the third.
Number 99.
Judge struck out his first time up. I also feel like so many of these parks look really good in the daytime. For the day games instead of the night games, they really, in the sun and stuff like that, these old school parks, they just did such a nice job with. Judge up the short, nice. About Concepcion having a couple of defensive miscues early in this one, but he makes a more typical Dave Concepcion play there to rob Aaron Judge of a base hit up the middle, and there's one away here in the top of the third. Appreciate you folks joining me here for a little early afternoon broadcast. Fly ball, shallow center. Foster puts it away. Again, I'm not sure that Foster playing center is something that the Reds defense can really handle long term. But at this point, they're just trying to get some kind of offense going. Their offense has been erratic. They're sacrificing a little bit of defense to try to get a little thump going. 2 down. Here's Joe Gordon. Gordon, 6th in the American League in OPS here in his rookie season. Cracks that one deep to right field. Jay Bruce goes back. That sounded like a gun going off the bat, and that one's out of here. And Johnny Cueto's early game struggles continue. 25th home run of the season for Gordon. And I'm not sure Johnny Cueto is going to be long for this game for Cincinnati. It's 5-0 New York. Gordon continues to have a very strong rookie season. Him, Josh Gibson of the Blue Jays, and Schoolboy Rowe, pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. Really your 3 contenders for Rookie of the Year at this point in the American League. So Gordon goes to the opposite field. Yankees continue to pour it on. Here's Jorge Posada. Takes a fastball down the middle for strike 1. Posada singled his first time up, came around to score. Cueto rocks and fires. Misses inside. It's 1-1. Kindly bang that like button if you have not as of yet. And if you are not yet a subscriber, I hope you will consider doing so. Up to date here as the Franchise Stars Baseball League approaches the playoffs of year 3. We also have the Franchise Stars Football League closing in on its midpoint. Cueto fields the pop-up there to end the inning, but not before Joe Gordon goes deep to extend the Yankees' lead. We head to the bottom of the third. It's 5-0 New York. Here's Concepcion, 262. 12 homers, 42 RBIs.
Number 13.
Fastball misses up high. It's 1-0. Fastball there is foul back. 1-1 the count. Two-one offering here from Ford. Concepcion on the ground to second. Gordon has it. Throws to first. There's one away.
Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 32.
So that'll bring up Jay Bruce, 269, 20 homers, 51 runs batted in for the Reds right fielder. Fouls that one off. It's 0-1. Third on the Reds in homers. Fastball misses up high. 1-1 offering from Whitey Ford. Back up the middle. That's going to be a seeing eye base hit in the center. First hit for the Reds. This is Jay Bruce single.
Batting ninth, the second
Chopped
baseman,
that one
number 16.
right past Ford. Between Gordon and Jeter. So it's a one-out base runner for the Reds. Here's Johnny Temple. Temple batting .295. Limited action. But decent stick against lefties. They say he went there for strike one. Looks like Don Zimmer is umping at first base. 0-1 pitch here from Ford. Temple fouls it off, and Ford's quickly ahead of him 0-2. Temple swings out a low pitch. Weak pop up there to first. Gehrig makes the play, kind of an awkward one there. Bruce gets back into first to avoid the double play. Wonder if there was any thought to Gehrig letting that ball fall there. So the order turns over. Here's Pete Rose. Rose is 0 for 1. Fastball misses up high. And Rose comes in riding a 10-game hitting streak. Slashes that one foul. It's 1-1. Breaking ball there. Ford gives a liner up there to right field. Judge puts it away easily, barely has to move. Rose is set down. And so are the Reds. So we're a third of the way through here at Crosley. It's 5-0 Yankees as we head to the fourth. Mitchell, McDougal, and Crawford due up. Here's Kevin Mitchell. He singled his first time up.
The left fielder, Kevin Mitchell.
Fastball rides inside. They say he held up. It's 1-0. Go back on the rubber. Delivers. There's a good slider on the inside corner. It's 1-1. Line shot. Even with the shift, it's a base hit in the center. Bruce cuts it off. Mitchell does not run well. He will hold at first with a single. That's a lead-off base hit for Kevin Mitchell, and that'll bring up Joe McDougal. McDougal is 0 for 1. Shot to right, slicing away from Bruce. He'll get there, though. Puts it away for the first out. And almost looked like the Yankees were playing hit and run there. It looked like Mitchell was pretty far off that base when that ball was hit. So the order turns over. Here's Carl Crawford. He's 0 for 1. He also had a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Shot out in the center, and they're trying that again. Mitchell will retreat back to first. So Kevin Mitchell, not fleet of foot. The Yankees trying to create a little chaos against the defensively challenged Reds. 2 down. Here's Derek Jeter. Jeter has a triple, a double, run scored, an RBI. Takes a changeup for a called strike here. Good slider from Cueto. He's ahead of Jeter 0-2. And Jeter, down from last season when he won the American League batting title, but still another fine year for the Yankee shortstop. Oh, 0-2 pitch from Cueto. Jeter gets a piece to foul it off. Joe Mauer currently leads the American League in batting. Jeter's still in the top 10. Fly ball to center. Foster coming on. It's going to fall in front of him for a base hit. Foster throws it in the third. Mitchell, surprisingly, kind of held up there. There were 2 outs. There's no reason why Mitchell shouldn't have been busting it harder than that. I think he thought Foster was going to get to that. Foster's playing pretty deep out there. Also, just not blessed with a ton of range, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know if, as the Reds, you can continue to go with that lineup. I just don't think you can have George Foster as your center fielder. I mean, he hasn't been for most of the year, but with their other center field options not producing at all at the plate, this is kind of what the Reds have come up with. That ends Cueto's day, and one dreadlock pitcher gives way to another. Here's Luis Castillo. Castillo 6-3, a 3.81 earned run average in 38 appearances. Kind of feels like you're going to have to give up somebody else DHing, let Foster DH, and let somebody else place. Go with one of your better defensive options in center. That is not a ball that you can afford to be having fall in. Second and third, 2 outs. Here's Gary. Gary was 1 for 2. He had an RBI single earlier. Steele delivers. Gary fouls it off. 39 homers, not just first on the Yankees, as the graphic said there, but first in baseball. Fouls it off. Gehrig has been very solid for each of the first 3 years, but this has been his best year. He was able to avoid the slow start that plagued him each of the first 2 seasons. He's pretty much been good from the jump here in year 3. 2-2 count as Castillo works it. Fastball off the plate, and the count goes full. Aaron Judge waits in the on-deck circle. Castillo delivers. And Gehrig drives this one towards the gap. That's going to be extra bases. It's a one-hopper off the wall. Jeter comes around to score easily. And Gehrig, a 2-run double, his 27th double of the year. And it is now 7-0 Yankees as they are pouring it on here at Crosley Field. No hope for Foster to get to that one, as that one was another laser beam off the bat of Gehrig, who is just locked in right now. Here's Judge. Judge is 0 for 2. Castillo from the set. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Crowd here at Crosley, awfully quiet at this point. Smack down to first. Casey knocks it down, recovers, throws to Castillo, who covers for the 3rd out. But the Yankees tack on a few more. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. It is 7-0 New York in a rout. Bottom of the 4th here on a beautiful day at Crosley.
Number 75.
Doesn't feel like a beautiful day right now if you're a Reds fan. Here's Heine Groh. Groh is 0 for 1. 40 pitches through the first 3. Fastball misses up and in. Ford with a nice, comfortable lead here. Some kind of go and attack hitters. Rest of the way. Groh fouls that one off. It's 1-1. Breaking ball, Groh skies this one. This is hit pretty well to left. Going over, Bernie and Mitchell. They're going to wait. It hits off the wall. Groh round second. He's going to hold there. It's Mitchell. Throws it into the cutoff, and no reason for Groh to try to stretch that any further in a 7-run game. Leadoff double for Groh. Here's George Foster. Foster is 0 for 1. Fastball misses down low. Foster struck out his first time up. George would like to try to make a dent in that deficit here. Change up low, he fouls it off. 1-1 pitch from Ford. Curveball misses down and away. Frank McCormick waits in the on-deck circle for Cincinnati. Popped up, shallow right. Gehrig's going back. He looks like he's got a beat on it, and he does. Puts it away, and Heine Groh tags on the play, tries to take third, and he does. Heine Groh caught Gehrig napping a little bit. Gehrig goes out there into right, and Groh tags up on the pop-up. Dangerous play, to say the least, in a 7-run game. Ends up not paying the price for it. Here's McCormick. McCormick's 0 for 1. Reds just trying to get a runner on. Well, the tag up, not necessary, as Frank McCormick jumps all over that pitch from Whitey Ford, deep over the wall and left. 24th home run of the year from McCormick, and the Reds have their first runs of the game. It's now 7-2. Wonder if Ford was a little bit unnerved there that the runner moved up on that routine pop-up. First pitch there, grooved right down the middle, and McCormick jumps all over it. Man, that stadium really just does look so good. So McCormick takes Ford deep. It's 7-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's Ernie Lombardi. Fastball misses down low. Lombardi struck out his first time up. 21 homers on the year, batting .305. As we mentioned earlier, a terrific campaign for the Reds catcher. Change up, misses down and away. Again, if you are, and obviously Ernie Lombardi, a great player, but if you are new to the Franchise Stars Baseball League and you're wondering why Johnny Bench isn't catching, Franchise Stars Baseball League is set up. Each franchise has a 100-player master pool. 40 were randomly selected for year 1. The rest of the players will all come in through the rookie drafts over time. For example, the Yankees have Gehrig, they have Jeter, they have Judge, but they don't have Mantle yet. They don't have DiMaggio. They don't have Ruth yet. All those guys will eventually join the Yankees. They will be in the league eventually. They just are not as of yet. So it's kind of a Franchise Stars League with a random debut aspect to it. Gives it a lot more staying power. Lombardi hits this one well to right. Judge has a beat on it, tracks it down as it slices away from it. Nice play by Aaron Judge for the second out here in the bottom of the 4th. So here's Sean Casey. He's 0 for 1. He flew out his first time. Fastball in for a called strike. Casey batting .361 over his last 10 games. Lines that shot hard but foul. Ford delivers. Casey swings and misses well out in front of a changeup out of the zone. And the side is retired. But the 2-run shot from Frank McCormick gets the Reds on the board. Still a ways to go. We head to the top of the 5th. It's 7-2 Yankees. We head to the top of the 5th. Here's Bernie Williams to lead things off. Williams 1 for 2. He has an RBI double on his ledger for the day. Luis Castillo will stay in for a second inning of work. Johnny Cueto was not sharp. John Franco is now throwing in the bullpen for the Reds. Ball misses up high. It's 2-0. Reds really need a lockdown inning here from Castillo. Falling behind 3-0 on the leadoff hitter is not the way to do that. Ray Gordon swings in the on-deck circle. Strike there. Williams taking all the way. It's 3-1. Castillo, nice change up there. Gets Bernie out in front. And now he's worked the count back to 3-2. Williams, fly ball, fairly well to left, but Rose is there. Puts it away for out number 1. A good job by Castillo to battle back there against Bernie Williams.
Now back, second baseman, Joe.
That'll bring up Joe Gordon. Gordon 1 for 2. He had a solo shot back into third. Castillo delivers. Sinker misses down low.
Count 1-0.
That one's in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. Ball there is fouled off. Castillo dialing it up a bit. 1-2 the count. Goes to the slider. Gordon doesn't chase. 2-2 the count. Next ball misses inside. Count is full. Jorge Posada waits on deck. Three-two pitch from Castillo. Ground ball to short. Concepcion has it. Throws on first, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Jorge.
So that'll bring up Posada. 1 for 2, a single and a run scored. Castillo gets the sign from Lombardi. Delivers changeup at the knees for strike 1. Out of town scoreboard, Mariners will face the Rangers in Texas later on today. James Paxton and Gaylord Perry, the pitching matchup there. Indians over the White Sox, 1-0 in Chicago in the second. Both those teams in the wild card hunt in the American League. Corey Kluber and Wilbur Wood, the pitching matchup. Astros and Rays will go at it in Tampa later on. Mike Scott and Jim Wright, pitching matchup there. Red Sox lead the Orioles 2-1 in the second at Fenway. Bobby Doerr has hit his 14th home run of the year for the Red Sox. Tigers and Royals will go at it later in Kansas City as Posada is hit by the pitch there. He'll take first. 2-out base runner. Here's Kevin Mitchell, who's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles.
Mitchell.
Andy Messersmith and Johan Santana, the pitching matchup. Angels and Twins, no score yet. Blue Jays all over the A's. Joe Carter, his 13th home run of the year for Toronto. It's 6-0 Toronto there. Rockies and Diamondbacks. Jeff Francis and Kurt Schilling, the matchup. That'll happen tonight. Mitchell pops this one up. Lombardi sheds the mask. Puts it away. Side is retired. And we're midway through here at Crosley Field. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. 7-2 Yankees. Concepcion, Bruce, and Temple due up for Cincinnati. Concepcion is 0 for 1. He grounded out back in the third. Cubs and Padres, Rick Russell and Cheo Hernandez will battle later on today. Pirates trail the Brewers 4-0 in the second. Storm and Gorman Thomas hit his 31st home run of the year. Phillies and Expos will play later on. Steve Rogers and Jim Bunning, the pitching matchup in Philadelphia. Giants 2-0 over the Cardinals, a NLCS rematch. Each of the last 2 years. Joe McGinnity and the struggling Dizzy Dean. The most pronounced sophomore slump in the short history here of the FSBL. Dean, remarkable last year, the outstanding pitcher, and we'll get back to that in a minute because Dave Concepcion atones for his earlier error. He goes deep, and it's now 7-3. So Concepcion puts his 13th shot of the year out of the park, second home run of the game for the Reds. And now he's trying to have a little bit of hope here among the crowd here at Crosley. Again, Concepcion made an error earlier. He also had kind of a mental error on the double clutch that let Gehrig score that second run back in the first. Since then, he's made one terrific play at short, and now he goes deep here. A no-doubter. off the bat of Dave Concepcion. Little anger in that swing. Here's Jay Bruce. Bruce is 1 for 1. Fouls that one off. Oh, 1 pitch misses up high. Ford perhaps moving a little bit too much with the big lead. Expect Ford to start to try to bear down a little bit more again here. Fastball there. Bruce swings over the top of it, chases one down and away. It's 2-2. Shot down to third. Liner McDougal has it for the first out. Concepcion hit double-digit home runs a few times in his career. Peaking at the mid-teens. Here's Johnny Temple. Temple is 0 for 1. Johnny Temple puts a decent shot into one, but Mitchell is there. Puts it away. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Yeah, I agree, Clue. And like I said earlier, I mean, look, the night games look great, but the day games, especially with the older parks, I just find the day games look so good. Everything looks so good in it. So the order turns over with 2 down. Here's Pete Rose. Rose is 0 for 2. Locked up there on the changeup. It would take quite a bit for Rose to get up to his 3rd straight 300 season. Entered the game batting .279. 1-1 pitch from Ford. But that'll help get him there. Base hit in the center for Pete Rose. So it's a 2-out single.
Now batting, number 75.
Rose extends his hitting streak to 11 games. Tried to come inside. I think Ford wanted that a little further inside than he got it. Rose just with that nice short swing. Lines one in the center. So now here's Heine Groh. He's 1 for 2. It's falling for a called strike. Double and a run scored for Groh. George Foster waits in the on-deck circle if Groh can get on here. Crosley's going to start humming again. Ford ahead of Groh 0-2. Breaking ball. Almost hit him. But it's just a ball. 1-2 pitch from Ford, and he gets Groh to chase. Goes away. Uniform glitch pops up. It's the first time we've seen it in this one. Dave Concepcion goes yard for the Reds to inch them closer. It's 7-3 Yankees as we head to the 6th. So here's Gil McDougal to lead it off. Luis Castillo is going to get a 3rd inning of work here in relief of Johnny Cueto. Remember, the Yankees jumped all over Ken Raffensperger during the opener of this series yesterday, so the Reds' bullpen perhaps a little weary. That one's yanked out. Ground ball. Concepcion has it. Fires over to first, and there's one away.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
After year 3 is over, I'll do my first kind of retrospective kind of thing. We'll go over all the history and leaderboards in different categories and stuff like that now that we've been able to amass 3 years of stat history in the league. But first, time to get to the postseason. Looping shot from Carl Crawford in the center. That'll fall for a base hit. It's a 1-out single for Crawford.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Derek
Nice
Jeter.
little dump shot out there into center. We'll see if they send Crawford. 7-0 they wouldn't have. Now that the Reds have picked up 3, the Yankees may feel like they want to go and get a run here and kind of stem the tide a little bit. Here's Jeter, and Jeter is just raking today. 3 for 3. Takes a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Jeter a homer away from the cycle. Triple, double, then single. The guy's that average up to 321. Slider there from Castillo. I think he fooled Jeter there. That was not a great location for that pitch. But he's ahead of him 0-2. High fastball, fly ball to center. Foster puts it away for the second out.
Now batting, number 4.
So now here's Gehrig, 1 on, 2 outs. Gehrig 2 for 3, a single, a double, 3 RBIs on the day. Castillo does not want to make a mistake here. Fastball in for a called strike. Gehrig, OPS up over 1,000, second in the American League. Oh, 1 offering. They send the runner. Throw down to second is not in time. It goes into center, and Carl Crawford is going to take third. So they sent Crawford. The throw gets into center. I'm not sure who to put that blame on. They're going to give an error to Ernie Lombardi. Let's check this out. I'm going to go out here and check it from this angle. Yeah, oh yeah, that throw goes well into the runner. No hope for Concepcion there. Crawford gets right up and cruises into third. One pitch. Gehrig, ground ball up the middle. Concepcion dives, knocks it down. Not sure he's going to have a play, and he won't. It'll be an infield base hit for Gehrig. Crawford comes around to score, and it's 8-3 in New York. That one hurts if you're the Reds.
99.
Trying to claw back into this game. Had a couple of defensive miscues there, including that Lombardi throw. Cannot give this Yankee team runs. Fastball misses outside to Judge. 0 for 3, grounded out his last time up. Slider misses inside. The count goes to 2-0. Judge had 3 ribbies in the Game 1 win of this series. Hey, see, look at that. The strikeout leaders in the National League, the Dodgers, have the top 3. Mungo, Vance, and Koufax in the hole. Nice play by Concepcion. He goes the short way for the force. And the side is retired. But the Yankees get one to try to calm things down a bit. Reds have the heart of the order coming up here in a big bottom of the 6th. Foster, McCormick, and Lombardi. It's 8-3 New York. So the Yankees will be very glad to see Foster stepping up with nobody on base. Foster's 0 for 2. He is struck out and popped out. Change up in there for a called strike on the outside corner. Carlos Yaz in the house. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Fastball from Ford. Fouled off. It's 0-2. Swung on and missed. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Ford sends Foster back to the bench. 5th strikeout for Whitey. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. It's Frank McCormick. McCormick, a 2-run jack back in the 4th, started the scoring for the Reds. They tried to claw themselves back into this game. Sinker swung on and missed. Fastball. Foul back. 0-2 the count. Ford misses down and away. Who notes it's the pitching for a team that old. They sure don't have any all-time greats on the mound. It's true. It's funny. They're very similar to the Pirates in that regard, although the Pirates pitching has incredibly overperformed here, like to a man this season for Pittsburgh. That's why Pittsburgh's running away with the Central. Because, I mean, Pittsburgh's historic pitching is nothing great at all. It's performing. Pops out for the second out. But I think one of the things that helps the Pirates is that they really don't walk many guys, so they're not giving up a lot of freebies, which has helped them. And I think the Reds pitchers haven't been able to kind of get to that same place. But I mean, the Reds certainly have a lot of great guys coming through the pipeline. But the Pirates have definitely surprised me. I mean, they're pitching and they nickel and dime you to death offensively. But the Reds right in the hunt here. I had kind of lost track of the Reds because I kind of thought they had fallen out of it, but they've kind of done a turtle slow and steady climb to get back into this thing. Only 2.5 games out, and the teams ahead of them all have the Dodgers, even adding Jackie Robinson this year, they still don't score enough runs. Their pitching is great, but they still don't score enough. The Mets offense has gone in the tank for the last 6 weeks. The Cardinals pitching this year has been terrible. Dizzy Dean has completely imploded after such a great rookie season. So I mean, the Reds, if the Reds can get a decent little run here, they might be able to thrust themselves into this. Here's John Franco. Franco comes in 5-3. Out of the bullpen, Franco will try to keep this game where it's at. He'll turn Bernie Williams to bat from the right-hand side. I'm blanking at the moment if there's Jeff Shaw throwing in the Reds bullpen. If the Reds have Noodles Hahn yet. They have Dolph Luque. I don't think they have Noodles Hahn yet. Ground ball to second. Backhanded play by Temple. Throw to first for the first out. But I mean, the Reds are putting a rotation out there of Luque, Mario Soto, Johnny Cueto. It's like that. All guys who are nice pitchers, but in a league like this, you really kind of have to have at least that one lockdown starter to be able to hang. Although again, the Pirates are kind of doing it with mirrors at this point. Here's Joe Gordon, 1-1 the count. Franco misses inside with a slider. It's 2-1. Sinker there. Gordon swings and misses. Count goes to 2-2. Change up off the plate. It's funny for the Reds. Ken Raffensperger has actually had a really nice year for them, even though the Yankees blitzed him in the opener of this series. But like for them and the Pirates, teams like that, like you need to have some of your pitching overperform to be able to contend. Gordon bangs another base hit out into left. Rose fields it. It's a 1-out single for Joe Gordon.
Now batting, catcher Jorge. Oh.
So in steps Posada as Jeff Hunter joins us. How are you, Jeff? Good to see you, pal. Thanks for checking in. Posada 1 for 2. Change up, misses outside. Phillies within a half game of the Braves now, pending the Braves result against the Mets today. Posada turns this one to left. Rose is going back on it. Gets there. Nice play, Pete Rose. I thought that one had beat him, but Rose closes on it, makes a nice grab, retreating out and left to take an extra base hit away from Jorge Posada. 2 outs here in the 7th. Here's Kevin Mitchell. Sinker is in there for strike 1. Yankees and Red Sox. Red Sox defeating the Orioles. Yankees and Red Sox engaged in another war in the American League East. Pitch in the dirt. Snap throw down to first. Carlos, that Rose guy might make the Hall of Fame with that play. Yeah, as long as he doesn't gamble, he'll be all right. Change up from 1. Sinker there. Mitchell swings over the top of it. The count goes to 2-2. Franco delivers. Mitchell pulls it down. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. So walk there. Here's McDougal. First and second, 2 outs. McDougal is 0 for 3. Line shot. That's going to be a base hit for McDougal. Single in the center. Foster gets it in. It's an RBI base hit. And you know what? That's bad managing by me. That's my fault. Franco shouldn't have. Well, now we'll leave Franco in there to face Crawford. But I really should have taken Franco out and put Shaw in there to face McDougal there. So that's poor management by me. Crawford ground ball to second. Temple throws him out, and the side is retired. But the Yankees tack one on. It's 7th inning stretch time here at Crosley. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It's 9-3 New York. Here's Sean Casey. He's 0 for 2. Got to check and make sure the Yankees have bullpen action going. Just in case. They do not actually. Yankees are totally refreshed in the pen. Oh, I gotta see what happened. Why is Jack Chesbro in the bullpen? What in the world happened there? The Bob Shaw is all right. I gotta take care. I mean, it doesn't matter now. I'll take care of that after the game. Oh, Chesbro's just back from injury. That's why the game did that. Okay, all right, that's fine. We'll put Sparky Lyle warming up, and we'll let Ramiro Mendoza warm up for the Yankees. Righty. Just in case Ford gets into trouble. He's allowed 3 runs through 6. He's at 88 pitches, so Ford can certainly go a little bit more. But no reason to extend him in a 6-run game if you don't need to. Especially with a fresh bullpen. Remember last season, the Yankees made the postseason. They fell in the division series, and Ford missed the playoffs because he got hurt in September. Casey lashes one the other way down into the corner. That's extra bases. It's going to be a leadoff double for Sean Casey. Only the 4th double of the year for Casey. Slow-footed, to say the least. Good piece of hitting. I'll tell you, Casey was a nice professional hitter. Here's Dave Concepcion. He's 1 for 2.
Now batting, number 13.
Fastball off the plate for ball 1. Concepcion went deep back in the 5th. Indians and White Sox deadlocked at 2. Shoeless Joe Jackson has homered to tie that game. 1-1. The count as Concepcion fouls one off. Red Sox trying to keep pace with these Yankees. Lead the O's 3-1. Concepcion turns that one foul. We are poised for another fun stretch run here in the FSBL. Concepcion grounds it to first. Gary will take it himself. Runner moves up to third.
Now batting, number 32.
So with one away, that'll bring up Jay Bruce. Bruce is 1 for 2. He singled back in the 3rd. Crowd here at Crosley. The general ambient crowd sounds, I think, are done so well. I hate those single. It sounds like 4 people yelling into the mic. It sounds like in Major League when Bob Uecker's like, "Come on, let me hear you," and him and the other announcer start like pretending like it's the whole crowd cheering them on. That's what this kind of stuff, like the "Let's Go Reds" chant, sounds like to me. It's like, come on, you guys got to be able to do a better job than that. Bruce fouls back. It's 1-2. A nitpicky criticism for sure, I'm aware. 1-2, the count as Ford works to Bruce. Slider misses away. It's 2-2. Sinker misses down low. The count goes full. Johnny Temple scheduled to bat next. Let's see what happens here with Bruce. Change up. Gets a piece of it to stay alive. Bruce turns that one. Gets out in front of that change up, and the count holds at 3-2. Ford up over 100 pitches now. Tapper towards third. Runs coming home. Ford tries to come home. He didn't have any other option. That's not a bad play by Ford. There was no way he was going to get him at first. He took a shot at Casey at the plate, but Casey comes home to score. It's an infield hit for Jay Bruce, and it's 9-4 Yankees with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. So now we're going to see Johnny Temple is due up to hit here. But if you're the Reds, you've kind of got to shoot your shot here. Temple's hitting 289. Bid McPhee, Heine Pipesby. You don't really want to use your catcher there. Carl Reynolds, 275. Cy Seymour. Seymour doesn't hit lefties well. I think that Bob Bescher is the one who's been killing the Reds because they can't play Bescher in center field when he's hitting 209. So that's why you've got this with Foster playing against the lefty. Seymour has been playing against the righties. You know what, not for nothing. Temple's hitting 289. I'm going to let Temple keep this at bat. I think this is going to be the last guy for Whitey Ford, regardless of how this goes. I don't think you want Ford facing Rose at this point, just in case. Don't want to let this get away from him. Temple is 0 for 2. Bruce on first. 0-1 pitch down in the dirt. Bruce thinks better of it. He will stay anchored to first. 1-1 pitch from Ford. Temple, ground ball, pulled foul. And the count goes to 1-2. Ford delivers. Curveball comes inside. It's 2-2. Ford delivers. Temple fouls it off. 2-2 the count. Temple fly ball to center field. Towards the gap. Williams gives chase. He'll get there. Puts it away for the second out. So now, here comes Rose. We'll see if they decide. Single in the fifth. Maybe you can stretch Ford out here. Let's see. Lyle is ready. Rose marginally better against righties. You're going to want to leave a lefty in there anyway. Oh, sit stand. Don't do it. And those are back up and throwing. All right, we're gonna let Ford have Rose here, and then that'll be it for Ford. One way or the other. So you're gonna bring in a lefty reliever anyway. You'll let Whitey Ford. He's Whitey Ford. You're gonna let him try to grind this out. You're not worried about Rose going yard on you here. Probably, which means that's exactly what's going to happen, I know. Fly ball down the left field line. Blooper, it's inside the line for a base hit. Runner will have to hold at second. Not hit far, but it's a dunking base hit for Pete Rose. His second hit of the game, and now there's two men on with 2 outs. And that's going to be it. So Heine Groh, the right-hander, got 3 righties coming up. That will get you ready to get Mendoza into this game. So Ford's day is done. They're going to ask Ramiro Mendoza to basically get 1 out here in the 7th. Not a great outing from Ford. But again, pitching a bit to contact once the Yankees built that 7-0 lead. Mendoza has been shaky. 1-3, a 5.52 earned run average in 28 appearances. He has 11 holds on the year. Now he's going to be tasked with getting Heine Groh here. Now, if you're the Reds, I'm not sure you're going to let Heine Groh hit your action. Got some lefties on the bench. Left Temple in, so you don't have anybody who can play third is your problem. All right. So Groh is going to get to hit. He's got a hit on the day. He's 1 for 3. He's hitting 289. That's fine. Whoop. Put the control back. Apologies. There we go. All right. So Mendoza works to Heine Groh. George Foster is on deck. The situation is bordering on tenuous here for the Yankees. The diminutive Reds third baseman looking for a big hit here. Change up, misses away. It's 1-1. Curveball misses inside. It's 2-1. Mendoza checks the runner. Groh smashed down to third. McDougal plays it on the hop. Throws to Gordon at second for the force. And the side is retired. So Mendoza gets the job done out of the pit. Reds pick up 1, but that's all. We'll head to the top of the 8th. It's 9-4 Yankees. Coming on, Jeff Shaw, 8-6, a 3.29 ERA. This will be his 68th appearance of the season. Jeff Shaw getting a ton of work out of this Reds bullpen. He'll start off facing Derek Jeter. Jeter 3 for 4, has a single, double, and a triple. He's a homer shy of the cycle. First pitch fastball is a called strike. Splitter is in there, and Shaw is ahead of Jeter 0-2. Looping shot to right. Bruce gets there. Puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, number 4.
Here's Gehrig, 3 for 4, 2 singles, a double, 4 RBIs, as Gehrig continues to stake his claim to the American League MVP award. First pitch from Shaw, Splitter misses down and away. Ken Griffey Jr. won the AL MVP award in year 1. Jimmy Fox of the A's won it in year 2. Gehrig seems poised to have his name etched on that plaque. Line shot, it's another base hit for Gehrig. That's towards the gap in left center. That's going to be extra bases. Foster retrieves. Gehrig will pull in at second with a stand-up one-out double. And Lou Gehrig just continues to pummel the baseball. 28th double on the year for the Iron Horse. And now here's Aaron Judge. Judge is 0 for 4. Tries to hold his swing. They say it's a called strike anyway. Judge turns that one. That's a base hit in the left. Rose comes up throwing. Gehrig waved around. Here comes the throw to the plate from Rose. It's not in time. Gehrig comes around to score. It's an RBI single for Aaron Judge. And the Yankees are in double digits. It's 10-4 New York. This Yankees lineup, very formidable to say the least. Second best lineup in the American League behind the A's. Third most runs scored in baseball, the Phillies. Second behind the A's in runs scored to this point. Here's Bernie Williams. Bernie's 1 for 4. Line shot, foul. Ground ball back to the box. Shaw knocks it down. Can't field it cleanly. Throws the first. He'll get Williams anyway. Good recovery there by Shaw for the second out. As the runner moves up. Judge now on second with 2 away. Here's Joe Gordon, 2 for 4. Homered, singled. Continues his strong Rookie of the Year case. Fastball misses down low. It's 1-0. Ground ball down to third. Groh has it. Plays it on the in-between hop. Throws across the diamond. And the sign is retired. But the Yankees played another. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th here at Crosley. It is 10-4 New York. Part of the Reds' order coming up. So here's Big George Foster. He's 0 for 3 in this one. Struck out his last time up.
The center fielder, George Foster.
This Reds team also has no speed really to speak of. They could they could really use in multiple ways. They could use Eric Davis. Eric Davis would be a perfect guy to help this Reds team. Good center fielder with pop and speed. The way their team is currently constructed, Davis would be a huge addition for them. He'll obviously come in at some point, but they would like to see him sooner rather than later. Fastball swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Curveball misses down and away. At the end of year 3, you are going to start seeing a little bit of free agency in this league. Foster lines one the other way. They were playing him to pull. That's going to be extra bases. Foster rips one to the wall. Judge retrieves it. George Foster has an opposite field double, his 24th double of the season. Some of the strongest hands you're ever going to have seen in a ball player. Shook George Foster's hand when I was a kid. Thought he was going to rip my arm off. Here's Frank McCormick. McCormick 1 for 3. He had a 2-run jack back in the 4th. The way it's getting to about the free agency, the way the contracts are structured here, everybody is assigned to their franchise for however many years they played for their franchise. But at that point, then they become free agents and they can be signed by anybody. The game has arbitration eligibility built in, though, so anybody who played less than 3 years with the team is going to end up basically with an automatically renewable contract until they've played 3 years with that team. This being the 3rd year of the FSBL, those automatic renewable contracts end. So guys who are with, and it's mostly going to be the cases with the last 4 expansion teams, because they just have the least of a player pool, so they're most likely to have guys make their 100-player pool who didn't even play 3 years with the franchise. But you'll have some other oddities if a team was particularly weak at a position and they have a guy like the Mets and Francisco Lindor are a perfect example, where Lindor ranked higher on the Mets shortstop list per WAR than he ranked on the Indians shortstop list per WAR. But Lindor had played less than 3 years with the Mets when I got this project started. So Lindor, now that he's going to complete his 3rd year, is actually going to be a free agent at the end of this season. There's going to be a few other examples of that. Probably a bunch of relief pitchers, I would imagine, also could probably end up switching teams. So you're going to start seeing a little bit more player movement as we move on there. Change up from Mendoza locks up Lombardi for the out. First out of the inning here. 1st and 3rd for the Reds. Here's Sean Casey. Casey is 1 for 3. Curveball there, full foul. Casey pulls another one foul. So Mendoza gives up 2 liners, but he's ahead of him 0-2. Ground ball to second. Gordon has it. Goes to Jeter for the 1. It won't be able to double slow-footed Casey up. Run comes in. It's 10-5. Now there's 2 outs with Casey on first as Foster comes in to score. Not hit hard. Even Casey, as slow as he is, able to beat it out, although barely. So 2 down. Here's Concepcion. Concepcion is 1 for 3. Yankees have bullpen action going. I think another base runner. Concepcion's basically going to be the last guy Mendoza faces regardless. 1 for 3. Concepcion went deep earlier on in this game. And he dunks this one towards right. Judge comes on, but he makes the play. Good read there by Judge. He got a good break on that one. Puts it away for the 3rd out. Reds get 1. It's not enough. We head to the 9th. 10-5 Yankees here at Crosley.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
So here's Joe Beggs. Beggs has had a nice year out of the Reds bullpen. 5 and 3, a 3.26 earned run average in 43 appearances. He will start off facing Jorge Posada. Posada's 1 for 3.
Jorge. Oh.
First pitch swing, he fouls it off. High fastball there. Swung on and missed. The count goes to 0-2. fouled off. Count will hold. Line shot in the center, seeing eye past the diving Johnny Temple. It's a base hit for Posada. So leadoff single here in the top of the ninth. Other game we will broadcast here for this August 31st day will be the Mets and Braves from Atlanta. Jerry Koosman and Greg Maddux will be the pitching matchup there. Mets trying to keep themselves in the wild card picture. The Braves trying to hold off the Phillies. Braves lose that game, the Phillies will be in a tie for first in the National League East. Sinker there, Mitchell swings over the top. Mets only 2 games out of the wild card spot themselves. For their 3rd straight trip to the postseason. Banks fans Mitchell for the first out here in the ninth. That'll bring up Gil McDougal. McDougal was 1 for 4. Orioles have rallied back against the Red Sox in Boston. That game is tied at 4. Kenji Jodima has gone deep for the Orioles. Ted Williams has hit his 33rd of the year for the Red Sox. Fastball misses up high. Two 2-0 the count. Begs the Withers. Fly ball to right. Bruce retreating. McDougal got a pretty good piece of that ball. Bruce gets there, and it's 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter.
I'll do the first couple, I'll probably do the first 3 weeks of September in kind of conventional fashion, in American League and a National League game of the week for each Saturday on the schedule. And then from there, we'll probably do a few more games than usual, depending on what the status of the pennant races are. We won't just do Saturdays. If there's a great pitching matchup between 2 contenders on a Tuesday, I'll do that game and stuff like that as we do the pennant chase leading into the playoffs. And then, of course, every postseason game will be broadcast here on the channel. 2 down, man on first. Here's Carl Crawford. 1 for 4, 1-1 the count. Broken bat popped up. Lombardi bags it to end the top of the ninth. So the Reds, quite a road ahead of them. Bruce, Temple, and Rose due up for Cincinnati. They trail it 10-5. We'll see who the Yankees send out there for the night. It's going to be Sparky Lyle. Lyle 1-6, but a 3.24 ERA. Lyle was terrible through April and May. He has righted the ship significantly since then. I believe all those 6 losses came in the first 2 months of the season. Jay Bruce due up again. Bruce, not terrible against lefties here. So Bruce he's got 2 hits on the day. So Bruce is going to get a chance at Lyle here anyway. Also, just the Reds bench just isn't great. Fastball misses up and in. It's 1-1. Fastball. Ooh, that's a generous strike ball there. Bruce didn't like that one. Lyle does, though, and the count goes to 1-2. Curveball is fouled off. 1-2 to count as Lyle works to Bruce. Ball misses down and away. It's 2-2. Fastball misses down low. The count is full. Lyle rocks and fires. And it's ball 4. Slider misses down low. So it's a leadoff walk for Jay Bruce to open up the bottom of the ninth. Here's Johnny Temple. Temple is 0 for 3. Staying to hit for himself against the left. Line shot to right. That's a base hit for Johnny Temple. Judge cuts it off. Bruce goes around second. He goes to third, and it's runners on the corners for the Reds here in the bottom of the ninth with nobody out.
The left fielder, Pete Rose.
Give the Reds credit. They continue to try to scrape their way back into this. Lyle has to face one more. Gotta make sure the Yankees have. You get the Yankees, you can't be losing this game. Steve Hamilton is going to sit down. Closer Chad Green is going to start to warm up. Stanton is going to sit down as well, actually. Getty is going to warm up. You got to use your best two remaining guys if this goes sideways on Lyle. So first and third, nobody out. Here's Pete Rose. Rose is 2 for 4. Fastball from Lyle misses inside. Lyle gets the sign from Posada. Slider is in there for a called strike. I'm actually going to make one change that I should have made before the inning, actually. If you're the Yankees, there is no way that you are having Kevin Mitchell patrolling left field right now. Henrik really can't play left. I should have actually fixed that because Henrik should be able to play left. All right, so we're going to put Mitchell. I'm going to put Tommy Henrik in there.
Your attention, please.
Now we're going to, because the game will lock up if a guy is playing out of position. I have to fix that with Henrik. So Judge will move to left. Henrik will play right. But there's just no way that you want Kevin Mitchell in there for defense late in the ball game. 1-1 the count, first and third. Lyle to Rose. Rose over the bag at third. That's a base hit. That's going to bring a run home. Runner pulls into third. Rose will hold at first. It's an RBI single for Pete Rose, and it's now 10-6. So Sparky Lyle struggling here in the ninth. Got to pause this. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Got an unexpected call from my son, whose workday has ended early, so I'll go pick him up as soon as this is wrapped up. So here's Chad Green. Lyle is out. Green is on in a game the Yankees did not expect to have to use their closer. 40 saves on the year for Green, a 2.25 ERA. He'll face Heidi Groh here. Groh is 1 for 4. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. First and third, nobody out. George Foster waits on deck. Slider misses down and away. It's 1-1. Slider is in there for a called strike. It's 1-2. Green gets the sign and delivers. Curveball misses away. It's 2-2. Interesting to see if the Reds decide to send Rose here and try to stay out of a double play. 2-pitch. Fastball misses down low, and the count goes full. A walk here would bring George Foster up as the tying run. The 3-2 pitch from Chad Green. Misses down low for ball 4. And tension mounts here at Crosley. Bases loaded, nobody out. George Foster, 26 home runs on the season, faces Chad Green as the tying run here at the plate. First pitch fastball is in for a called strike. Temple on third, Rose on second, Groh on first. Green delivers. Foster fouls it off, and the count goes to 0-2. Foster knows that was a pitch he could have handled. 0-2 pitch by Chad Green. Breaking ball, Foster pulls it back. Green delivers. Foster fouls it off. It's 0-2. Pitch from Green. Ties him up. Foster gets a piece, though. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Nice slider from Green. Foster goes fishing, and there's one away. Good battle there between Green and Foster, but Green gets the best of him. That second fastball, right in the middle. Foster fouled it off. But now, here's Frank McCormick. 2 for 4. McCormick already has a homer in this game. So Green not out of the woods yet by a long shot. Curveball misses down and in for ball 1. 24 homers on the year for Frank McCormick. Back up the middle. Diving stop. Oh, what a play, Joe Gordon. To Jeter on the first 4-6-3 double play, and the Yankees hold on to survive. What a play by Joe Gordon. Up the middle, I thought 2 runs were going to come around the score. Again, instead, it's 2 outs. What a play by Joe Gordon, and the Yankees survive 10-6 here at Crosley. What a play by Joe Gordon. We'll see if they show the highlight here. If not, I'll show that in the postgame. Oh, that's a beautiful play. Here's a nice play from Concepcion earlier on in the game. But this game was getting tense for the Yankees there, considering that they led this game 7-0 at one point. That looked like a 2-run single off the bat. Well, they'll show Jeter. That's a beautiful turn by Jeter there as well. Replay balls. All right, hold on a second. Let's go. 9th inning. Apply the filter. There we go. This is the one we've got to see. Whoop. My controller is nearing the end of its usable life, so it kind of just goes all over the place. Up the middle, no shot at playing it there. But check this play out by Joe Gordon. Diving stop, going to his right, flips to Jeter. Bare hand, but Jeter gets the edge of the bag. Turns, throws the first. Don't get dizzy watching the camera. Clearly out at first, 4-6-3. Oh, what a play by Joe Gordon. So the Yankees hold on. Got to give the Reds credit for trying to battle back in a game they were dead to rights for back in the 4th. They trailed this game 7-0, and they had a crack to win it in the 9th. But the Yankees have taken the first 2 of this 3-game set. Gary gets player of the game, 4 for 5, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs. Whitey Ford gets the win, 6 2/3, allows 8 hits, strikes out 5, walks none, 4 runs allowed. Johnny Cueto, who apparently underwent the Michael Jackson surgery, judging by that image, goes 3 2/3, allows 9 hits, strikes out 1, allows 7 runs. Chad Green picks up his 41st save. Your final line score, 10 runs, 17 hits, no errors for the Yankees. 6 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for the Reds. And that does it from Crosley. Well, That ended up being a fun ending to what looked like it was going to be a blowout for the duration. But the Yankees hold on for the win. I appreciate you guys joining me. Good crowd here for an afternoon broadcast. Carlos Diaz in the house. Jeff Hunter was here. Big Blue in the house here as well. Scroll back. Todd B was in here as well. So great seeing you guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Next broadcast, possibly late tonight, depending on how the day plays out. Appreciate that, Carlos. Thanks, buddy. Would be Mets and Braves, Kuzman and Maddox from Fulton County Stadium. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day wherever you may be. Be good to each other, and we'll talk soon. The Yankees hold off the Reds 10-6.